Now we'll come to non-consecutive selections. So suppose we have n objects which are arranged in a row. We have to select objects from these arranged objects so that no two objects are consecutive. So here we have n objects which are arranged in a row. Say A1, A2, A3, A4, A5, and it goes all the way up to AN. Now from these n objects, we have to select R objects so that no two objects are consecutive. So problem is, from n objects, we have to select R objects so that no two objects are consecutive. So we call this as non-consecutive selection. So what we'll do is, suppose we have selected R objects, say A2, A4. So in this way, suppose we have selected these R objects so that no two objects are consecutive. Now what we'll say is, number of objects before first selection is say x1. Number of objects between these two selections is say x2. Then again for the third one, suppose it is x3. And finally, after the last object, which is rth object, it will be x r plus 1. See, it is clear that suppose we have 5 objects. If we select 2 objects, there will be 3 partitions. So if we have r objects, there will be r plus 1 partitions. So number of elements in between any two selection or on the edges will be x1, x2, x3 and xr plus 1. Now total number of elements which we have selected is r, and the total number of elements which we have not selected is n minus r. So basically this value, which is x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus xr plus 1, it must be equal to these remaining elements, and which is n minus r. Now the question says we have to select them in such a way that objects are non-consecutive. If objects are non-consecutive, that means in between any two selection, there will be at least one object. So from here we can write this condition that x2, it should be 1 or greater than 1. x3 should be 1 or greater than 1. x4 again should be 1 or greater than 1. In the same way, xr should be 1 or greater than 1. What about x1 and xr plus 1? Now the case can be, we have selected this first element and then we have taken a gap and then we can select say third or fourth or any other element. So this x1 and xr plus 1, they can take a value 0. So here x1 and xr plus 1, they should be 0 or greater than 0. So we'll need to find total number of solutions of this linear equation x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus xr plus 1 equals n minus r, such that x1 and xr plus 1 should be 0 or greater than 0 and all other variables should be 1 or greater than 1. So what we'll do is, in order to achieve some symmetry in this problem, we'll change all these variables x2, x3 and xr. So we'll write x2 as 1 plus x2 dash. Now since x2 is greater than or equal to 1, x2 dash will be greater than or equal to 0. In the same way, we can write this x3 as 1 plus x3 dash. Again, x3 dash will be greater than or equal to 0. And finally, xr, we'll write it as 1 plus xr dash, and will be xr dash should be greater than or equal to 0. So we'll substitute x2, x3, xr in terms of x2 dash, x3 dash and xr dash. So we can write the same equation as x1 plus 1 plus x2 dash, 1 plus x3 dash, and then 1 plus xr dash and plus xr plus 1, and it will be equal to n minus r. Now here, each of these variables, which are x1, x2 dash, x3 dash, xr dash and xr plus 1, they are 0 or greater than 0. So basically we need to find number of non-negative integral solutions of this equation. So we can write this equation as x1 plus x2 dash plus x3 dash plus xr dash plus xr plus 1, and then there'll be this 1, 1, 1 starting from 2 to r, so it'll be r minus 1 times. So it'll be simply r minus 1, and that is n minus r. So we can write this as x1 plus x2 dash plus xr dash plus xr plus 1, and it will be n minus 2r plus 1. So we need to find number of non-negative integral solutions of this equation. So non-negative integral solution of this equation. So we know that number of non-negative integral solution of any equation is given by n plus r minus 1 cr minus 1. N, which in this case is n minus 2r plus 1 plus r, and r in this case is r plus 1 minus 1, and c r minus 1, which in this case is r plus 1 minus 1. Now here 1 and 1, it will cancel, so we'll write this as n minus r plus 1 cr. So the total number of ways in which we can select r objects from n arranged objects so that no two objects are consecutive is given by this formula, which is n minus r plus 1 cr. So if the problem is we have n objects which are arranged in a row and we have to select r objects so that no two objects are consecutive, then the selection can be made in n minus r plus 1 cr ways. Say for example, the question is, if the n things are arranged in a row, then show that number of ways of selecting 4 of the things so that no two of which are consecutive is. So from these n objects arranged in a row, we have to select 4 objects so that no two of them are consecutive. So we know that number of ways of selecting r objects from n objects so that no two objects are consecutive is n minus r plus 1 cr. Now in this case, n is simply n, but r is 4. So the total number of ways in which we can select these 4 objects are n minus 4 plus 1 c4, and there'll be n minus 3 c4. So we'll write this as n minus 3, n minus 4, n minus 5, n minus 6, and then it'll be 4, 3, 2, 1. So that should be n minus 3, n minus 4, n minus 5, n minus 6 upon factorial 4. So the total number of ways of selecting 4 objects from n things which are arranged in a row so that no two of which are consecutive is n minus 3, n minus 4, n minus 5, n minus 6 divided by factorial 4.